types of strikes against this channel and everything.
All right, I am live. Okay, come on.
You should have seen how stupid I was. I did this baseball stream, right? And I took the stream from.
All right, I am live. Joe and Vinny are doing a live. They're jumping off after being on for a few hours. So I told them I would take over the stream, and I want to see how this goes. So let me just get the link over to those guys. Hold on, Joe. Vinny. Let's see, George. Tommy Sticks. I don't know Tommy Sticks' number. Oh, there we go. Okay, come on, guys. All right, sorry, I'm setting this up. This is literally on the fly. How are you, Anthony? So we're just gonna do a quick live. I'm inviting these guys on. They're doing a live on Vinny's show.
Right after 10 minutes.
I just gotta get them on. Okay.
I don't understand how it works because I wanted to do a rap battle, right? I wanted to play two
Okay, as they're still talking.
by two rappers that.
All right. So I wanted to do a quick live. Here you go, Anthony. This is StreamYard link. And then I'll give you the hold on. Then I'll give you the link, the after party link. Hold on. Here you go, Anthony. Beautiful. Marky Mark, how are you, sir? Hats off to you. I owe you a call. It's been crazy, but things are getting a little better. AMB, how are you? Michael Hill, good evening, sir. Real Mob Radio Network, good man. Joe Benevenuti, so happily you were here. Welcome. And it looks like people are coming off my picograms. How are you? So we're going to continue the conversation. I put the back end link. We do have to. I saw that text on that check you're getting. So let's market the shit out of your business and make you the next Bill Gates in the weed game. Why is this an after party? Because we're doing Vinny was partying for 3 hours. Now we're partying here. We're going to hang out a little bit. Hey, Tom. Those clowns are on their way. Anthony Elios is a good man. Always, I love it. Always appreciate your icon, Elios. It's good stuff. Amber, yeah, Amber, you got my email, Tom, New Theory. You know, you're always welcome to email me anytime. These guys are funny. They're like, oh, we're getting off. NB or Anthony, if you could send them the link so everybody who is in that chat can come over here. And number 2 is the StreamYard link. I emailed Joe, I emailed Vinny, I emailed Tommy Stiggs. So hopefully they will come on. Jason Todd, how are you? Oh, Tommy Stiggs, I emailed you the link to come on. So just shoot on. If you don't have it, I'll drop it below. And anybody else is around. This is a kind of last minute thing. A little bit of after party. I had to deal with something and jump off Vinny's live stream, but hopefully it's going to be okay. I may have to jump off again, but if they're on, they can steer the ship. All right. So, Simpinate Easy. I love that. That's a good moniker to have. All right. So, StreamYard link is there. That's for anybody who wants to come on. The link to get on the show, again, I'll drop it below. Not that NB needs me. NB knows what she's doing. So does Anthony. Gianna Russo. There he is. Grant Calder, the man. There we go. Tommy Stiggs. As we have the man, Tommy Stiggs. How are you, sir?
All right, pal. How are you?
Why is everybody making funny about all the videos you make? I don't understand.
I don't know. They're breaking my balls. I have a good time with it.
Well, you put a lot of videos up, right?
Yeah, shorts. A lot of them are shorts. And then I do morning coffee chit chat. Get a few people in there. Get about 30 people in there hanging out in the morning. Right.
What's wrong with that, you know?
No, I enjoy it. I'm enjoying the ride. Whatever happens, happens, you know?
You've done, I have to admit, it came a long way. You've done a good job at being like the most known guy without a big channel. You're everywhere, man.
Yeah, Mike.
You're everywhere.
That's crazy.
So the what is it called? Across the street. Is that cigar spot? They're still open regular times? Or
Oh yeah,
yeah. The Starbucks always closes though.
yeah. They close a little early.
Is
But
it COVID? Sorry, C word.
yeah,
Lack of staff.
No.
A bit of both.
I don't know. The new place next door stays open. Meal, which is a great little joint.
Yeah.
Happy hour all night, good drinks, nice bar.
Right.
And then the cigar bar, in there they're playing, they have games going on. So
Yeah.
they're playing what do you call it? Dominoes.
We play dominoes, yeah. They're all Cuban, a lot of those guys.
It's a full house. It's a full house. You go get your cigar there, you go sit by the park or in front of my stoop.
You know what I was surprised at when I was there with who did I meet there? A coworker. And it's not that long ago, maybe like 6 months ago, whatever it was. The couches and he didn't like keep the place too kind of up to date. Like the couches are ripped. I was a little impressed, to be honest with you.
Well, he had a tough time there. He made it through everything and survived it.
He says he's up. He says he's up though.
Doing much better now. So he'll put the money back in. He just had to try and grind through that time, and he did.
Yeah, you know where he gets.
I think he has 3 locations.
Yeah, you know where he gets crushed though. He does the weddings. He's a guy who does.
Oh yeah.
The whole like wedding. You pay fucking $8 for a fucking $4 cigar and $500.
I love it. It's great for me. I don't have to keep a humidor. It's right there.
Yeah, exactly. Prices are good. Prices are reasonable.
Yeah, regular prices. Yeah.
So
if I wanted a box of Macanudo, he would order it for me. You know what I mean? Or give me a good price. But I don't need to buy a box at a time. I don't. I just go grab one.
That's one thing I've never done. It's probably the fear of commitment. Like my wife bought me 1 box for my birthday, but I don't buy boxes. I'll tell you why. I love to switch up the cigars.
Oh yeah.
So for example, it might be one tobacco, like a little coffee flavor. I want something to my father. I might want a T52. I might want a Macanudo. So I don't buy a lot. I should. It's cheaper, but I don't buy boxes because I always switch it up. It's like a fear commitment. It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, if you like to switch it up, it doesn't work. But you could probably buy a variety pack.
That's true. I took a little bit of a hiatus because I had the C19 in February, and to be honest with you, I'm convinced I didn't recover as well as I would have liked. Probably because I had a few pounds overweight, and I also think smoking cigars had a little bit to do with it. I think that's my opinion. So my wife is, I don't know. I kind of brought up. I'm feeling better. I'm like, hey, could I feeling it out? And she's like,
Everybody feeling all right?
My daughter's a little sick tonight. That's why I've kind of had to jump off earlier, and I'm kind of on standby. She's sleeping now, so she's feeling better, thank God. So, John Williams, I have Karen Gravano. I just have to lock in a date. I wanted to get her closer to after the Last Gangster part, but she's been busy. So I have that coming up. And then I don't know if you guys saw, I knew you couldn't resist. Real quick, Vincenz. Welcome. I don't know if you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw, and I'm like scratching my head. It's one of those interviews like should have did better. I interviewed Giovanni Rocco of Giovanni's Ring, and he is a Hudson County cop that got put on the FBI task force because the guy passes for a wise guy. Took down Charlie Stango and a lot of the real Sopranos.
Yeah,
that interview, I just for whatever reason, I don't know why, didn't do as well as I thought. But we're gonna do a live Q&A, and I'm just waiting on that as well. Hey, buddy.
What's up?
I see, NB. How are you, dear?
NBC.
So Jeff Nadeau will be on in a minute.
There's not enough room for everyone.
All right. So hold on, Tom. You got to help me out here, right? It's like, I am the new 4 horsemen, right?
Yeah.
I am as respectful, and you guys know this, to the We Push Back movement as much as you could be without being in it. You guys know that, right? So I can't have you guys on if there may be the possibility of an informant chiming in. So Jeff is less averse to that. He's okay with it. But that's why I have you on certain shows, guys. Hopefully, you guys understand.
Who, me?
Absolutely.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you've been inducted, but But no. You, I reached out to and said, "Hey, I'm going live tonight." You gave me the deuces, but Vinny, obviously, I was.
That's a real good story.
That's
a real good story.
I'm gonna go to my
Right there.
Texas proof.
Yeah, yep, I know.
I just go with the flow.
Tom,
Whatever you call me, you want me on, I go on.
how many bourbons did you push back tonight?
This is the same one, and that's
Yeah,
mostly.
okay,
really?
because your speech is very good right now. That's why I'm asking.
I'm dealing with a personal issue that I got pulled away. It's since settled, and we'll see. Hopefully, it'll be okay.
You okay?
My daughter's not feeling too hot, so her
Jesus.
fever's down. She's fine, but I'm a little bit on standby. So
How much weight did you lose
15, 20 pounds.
from being sick?
C19, yeah, the C19 diet.
That's crazy.
Well, this is why I need you guys over, because I felt I told Tommy earlier, I felt out like hey, I want a cigar. My wife's like, hell no. I got the hell no. Because I'm convinced, I don't think I recovered as quickly because I was a little overweight and I kind of smoke cigars fairly often. So, because I was like, couldn't breathe right. So she's not as quick to let me get back on that horse. That's why I need you guys to come over so we can sit in the back. I can blame it on Vinny.
Absolutely.
Usual stuff, you know?
The usual stuff, blaming it on me. That's the usual stuff.
You know what's funny, Tom? You'll appreciate it. Just Tommy, and you all appreciate this. So, I go in my backyard and we have some drinks out there. There's expensive Macanudo wrappers. Whenever there's an expensive cigar in the back, it's always Vinny. Vinny shows up with like $30, $40 cigars when he comes over.
Nice.
Really?
And he's like dumb about it. Are these good? Like, come on, man. You just bought them.
What does Stiggs bring over?
Attaboy, nice.
His laptop.
Stiggs, I met out at my usual cigar place in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And I made the mistake of like, hey, let's have a cigar. And then afterwards, I'm like, hey, it's on me. And then I found out what he was smoking, and I'm still paying the bill.
Macanudo. Well, I think it was Macanudo. Yeah.
Oh, I love Macanudo Portofinos. I love
that. That's Vinny's brand.
I love the cigar. Tom, the cigar you sent me home with was amazing.
My father.
Oh,
yeah.
Really good.
My father's a beautiful smoke.
Absolutely.
How the hell?
My father, the Macanudo is really good.
I like the Macanudo.
Yeah, I like. I'm like obsessed with the tobacco. It's a coffee flavored cigar, but I'm obsessed with it. It's phenomenal.
But I always heard the ones that taste different,
Correct.
The chemicals are no good for you. Is that true?
No, there's a difference. So you can get the what are those called? Tatiana. Those are flavored cigars, right? Which means
I love the flavored ones.
Yeah, they add crap to them. When you get a tobacco, it's actually infused, which is different. They infuse it into the leaves. So one of the best cigars I've ever had was a bourbon infused cigar by Drew Estates. I think the name of it is phenomenal.
Nice.
So
how much are they?
Like $15 at retail.
That's okay.
Box, 12 each. But when you can feel like the bourbon overtaking the cigar, but in like a nice way. It was phenomenal.
I used to, Tom, when I was going down the Ferraras, when I was moving games or Cafe Napoli, I'd go to, we'd get Zambuca, and I dipped the cigar in the Zambuca.
Yeah.
Oh, was that good? That was, Joe, that was great.
People make fun of me. I dip it in cappuccino.
Wow.
Yeah, but then I'm making fun of you just for that.
Well, you know how sad Little Italy was, and I talked about it the other night. There was a cigar bar across from Ferraras that was upstairs.
Was it?
And it was a legal one, you know.
The Chachas upstairs.
No, Chachas is on. No, you go to La Bella Ferrara. Okay, I'm talking about the Ferraras, right?
Okay.
So the cigar bar upstairs. This is interesting. Owned by I think a son of a wise guy.
Yeah.
And it was downtown, right? But people love cigars. And do you remember when you go to Ferraras, you go across the street? I don't think they sell them anymore. It's a restaurant, but they used to sell cigars downstairs. I don't know if you ever noticed.
The other Ferrara that you're talking about is right across from Cafe Napoli, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, kind of, yeah. So across the street, they would sell cigars. Like, well, why are you selling cigars? It's because their son or whatever had a cigar bar upstairs. And the best thing about it is you would be there with like a prosecutor from the Southern District next to like a wise guy, next to like a sanitation guy.
That's Rayos. That's Rayos.
Yeah, that's how it was.
You can have Como on your back, and it's so small, Rayos.
Yeah.
That's the way Rayos is. You have a lawyer.
That's all right.
But it closed down because they sold the building. So when you go to Little Italy now, you go to Main Street Cigars. You could smoke outside.
Fucking getting wet in here, bro.
Breathing, you know, and only certain places outside let you. So like,
What
I love Little Italy.
Well, my friend Nick owned Ferraris, and they had to close the cafe. He only has the bakery now, Tom.
Yeah.
The cafe, he didn't own the building. It's now like a 99-cent thing. He didn't own the building.
Yeah.
And he said it was just too expensive. I was surprised. Ferraris has been in his family for years. I can't believe they never owned the building.
Wow. They just rented that space?
I guess, yeah. He closed it like 15 years ago, 18 years ago. I used to go down to the feast.
They would have owned it.
That's what I thought.
Me too. Wow.
I mean, shocked.
Believe it or not, my wife and I still go to Little Italy. It's like our place. We still like it. They go to Il Cortile. There's certain places. Yeah. So there's some place. Cafe Napoli is fantastic.
Right.
There's still places. Ferraris for dessert. There's still places you can go, but it just sucks because like it's not as good as it was. You know.
Well, Little Italy's 2 blocks now.
Yeah, it's a shame. Ever tried a Hallowfield cigar with cannabis? No comment.
A lot of people that used to live on Mulberry Street now live by Pearl Street in the.
Okay.
What's the development? Oh. By Peck Slip, Pearl Street.
Right.
I actually like I like the Bronx Little a little better. I don't know if Chan Donovan came over. I love the North. And when we go see George, I love the North End. The North End.
I love the North End too, man. I was just up there.
Blows away New York. It's not even close, you know?
Yeah. It's different.
And New Jersey doesn't really have that. You know, the only good Italian cafe, like a real Italian cafe, Tommy, was in Rutherford, Cafe Roma.
On Park Avenue.
Yeah. They were like running numbers back in the day, but another story. But there's no Little Italy anymore. There's no Newark. There's no it sucks.
No, Cha-Cha lived on Kenmore Street. He had
interesting about Cha-Cha. So when he passed, unfortunately, I don't think he had children. I don't think he got married when we would go there. So the reason why we would go to Cha-Cha's, you know why? Cha-Cha's, I don't know if you remember, in the outside, there was an outside in the back. You would smoke cigars there because it was outside. Yeah. So we would eat. We go to Mulberry Street Cigars.
Yeah, there's my few years. Yeah, he was a good friend of mine, Cha-Cha. I knew him for a long time.
Rest in peace. We call him the mayor of Mulberry.
Good guy.
Fantastic guy. Soprano.
He did everything. The boxing, he did everything. That guy involved in everything.
What I loved is he legally, the food was all right, so we didn't go there for the food.
Yeah.
But we went for the drinks, dessert, whatever, and they let you smoke in the back because it was open, right?
Oh, okay.
So when he passed, his niece and nephew took it over. They were from New Jersey, of all places. Oh, they just couldn't keep it up. So when last time we were there, it's like a hotel. Like he loved Little Italy, Cha-Cha.
Yep. And Vinny Vella too.
Yes.
Vinny Vella used to sit outside Ferraris all the time with Nick.
He's still alive?
No,
he died.
About 2 years ago, I think.
Wow.
Well, I'll give you a story. You'll love this. Remember, analyze this. The first one, Jimmy Boots. Richard Castellano played him. Richard Castellano, if you ever wonder why you never saw him in anything, you would think he'd get a role somewhere. He went up to Monticello, was filming a movie, and told everybody he'd get them SAG cards. They all paid for it. They all did the thing. He did a year in Monticello jail around 2001. He did a film fest up there, and he used De Niro's name. De Niro's people went to him and said, "Don't ever use his name again." He was blackballed. You ever wonder why? Coming off, analyze this, a Sopranos show, he never got another role.
Richard Castellano?
Yep, not the young one, the guy that played Jimmy Boots.
Yeah, because Richard Castellano wasn't that
he never. Yeah, that was also Godfather. This guy Richie Castellano died about 5 years ago of a heart attack. He was about 62. I used to see him all the time at Aqueduct. He never got another role.
I did a church up there in Monticello. They had a trotter track up there, and they used to be like back in the day in the 50s and stuff, early 60s. Sinatra and all them guys used to go through there on their club routes. We go up through that area up there. I ran into a teller. He guy was probably 85 years old. Me and my father were at the horse track. We were on we got rained out one day, and he was telling us all the stories of all the nightclubs and everything they had up there.
Oh, the Borscht Belt, the Concord, Grossinger's, all those places.
Yeah, all the nightclubs and all that, the circuits they used to go on up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Joe, have you ever been to the North End, Little Italy, in Boston?
Not me.
Joe? I muted you, Joe, before because it was loud. I'm sorry, Joe. Have you ever been there?
Been where?
Little Italy, Boston.
What the fuck am I gonna do in the North End of fucking Boston? I'm from Staten Island, your mama. You fucking kill me up there.
I went multiple times.
Yeah, you're from fucking Belleville or some shithole. I don't. Listen, man, I go to fucking Boston. I went up there once.
Oh my God.
Go to the fucking bar. They wouldn't even serve me and my friends in the fucking bar.
Joey, I'll protect you, bro. I'll protect you.
We were from Staten Italy.
You can't get in trouble anymore, Georgie. You shouldn't be protecting anybody.
George, you ain't doing shit, George.
Hey, shut up. You'll be the spaghetti, I'll be the sauce all over you.
Yo, you're sick in the head. Sicko pazzo. Oh my
Well, who
God.
is this fucking Chicago Muscle 2 piece of shit that's talking shit?
That's a Chicago Muscle. Let's make sure first.
You got to turn off monetization because you're not getting money on this show.
Listen,
yeah,
you want to see my Chicago Muscle?
Wait, hold on. What's Burger King showing me? I don't understand.
BK Shallon.
They don't know BK stands for Brooklyn. To him, it's Burger King.
BK, I've been meaning to ask you, what's BK ceilings mean? Why do they try to roast you?
Because one time I didn't know how to shut my camera off, that people saw my ceiling.
Oh, yeah.
And ever since then, that's all they say, these clowns.
That was a beef between me and him.
Chicago Muscle. I got some videos for you. I'm actually trying not to put them up because mine will just abuse you. Your videos are a clown. You look like Sid Haig from House of a Thousand Corpses. Okay, Captain Spaulding. You're a jerk-off clown. Don't let me fucking get started with you, bro. I'm trying not to do this.
So you know,
to a lot of people on here. I'm trying not.
Okay.
I wouldn't get into a word of words with you, to be honest. So I leave it alone.
So
I told you we'll lose you 1,000 subs, Tom.
Yeah, it's all right.
I lost a sub already. Let me see if I could lose 5 tonight. Who should I start first right now? Let me see how many I'm down to.
He brought the sanitation department in and he shut off monetization because you're not getting $1 on this one.
Oh, there's no way on this one.
Yeah, I know. Listen, but if you think about it, right? You got to be a fucking pathetic piece of shit motherfucker to go into people's chats. There's this whole world out there. Go get yourself a fucking bitch, bro. Seriously, go hang out with a fucking girl or hang out with a boy. You got to come in people's chats and fucking disrespect them. Like who does that?
Nothing. We were having
like, what type of person does that? Seriously, though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even like. That would be embarrassing to do.
So I'm gonna give BK a compliment here. I haven't seen, and I've been doing this a minute. I haven't seen him initiate an argument with anybody. It's always
thank you, Anthony B.
Somebody talking with him and him biting back. Like I get along with him, right? If he was a jerk off and he started it, he would have started with me a long time ago. He doesn't fuck with it. He hangs out, he contributes, he talks. But if you fuck with him, he's gonna bite back. That makes sense, you know.
I'm gonna bite back a lot harder. I treat people how they treat me.
Exactly.
Okay? That's how I am.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the problem is I'm trying to explain to him is how many times can you go back and forth with people before you say to them, look, let's stop talking. Mm-hmm. When I run into you, we'll handle it at that point. I mean, because it's like how much back and forth can you go? I mean, it's like you're throwing zingers back and forth at each other, and it's like it gets old after a while.
Chicago Muscle in the boxing ring. In the boxing ring. Let's do it there. Nobody gets in trouble. We'll put the gloves on. Prove that you're a tough guy.
Listen,
Come on.
get a fucking life, though, man. Seriously, bro. Like, go out and get a fucking boyfriend. Go do something, man.
Well,
you know
you
what I mean?
know
Go
what,
watch a fucking movie. Go fucking. I mean, really. Like, you're gonna sit here and go on. Like, people live to do that, and I seriously have to question what type of people we're dealing with here. And I got to question myself. Why would I even want to get involved with something when you know what? There's 1,000 good people, and there's 4 or 5 of them, you know what I mean, that take the whole center stage, you know what I mean?
Well,
those are the people when they walked into a room, right? And there was other people, it was like they're invisible in that room. So they do this to get attention now.
So how about the Yankees?
I'll give you an example. When I was driving earlier and I got the notification that Vinny went live for the 5th time today. I'm like, oh, let me check it out. You know,
First time today.
And I go on, right, and I see Code of the Streets, who I don't know well. I'm a good guy. I see obviously Bay 8th. I see Vinny, and I hear BK in the background. And one thing I loved actually is I know Code of the Streets and BK had a minute. I know Joe and him had a minute. I think Vinny and him. Well, Vinny couldn't hold up, so there was nothing going on. So my point being is like, you know, you make up, you fucking move on. And you like gentlemen, and then you're like, oh shit, you know what? We got a lot in common. Maybe that's why we argued, and we're friends. That's just part of being a man and being an adult is. That's one of the things these guys in this space don't understand. You know.
And what you got to realize is this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This kid is in my house right now, okay? He's not responding right now out of respect for me and my family that's downstairs, okay? But believe me, okay?
Yeah.
Because I'm the only one that does the yelling in this house, okay? No one else.
And your wife.
And there was someone else that yelled in my house.
Yeah.
And he almost had the fucking door on his head on the way out. Seriously, okay? He almost had the fucking door on his head.
I got you.
Chicago Muscle. Let's do it another night.
Exactly.
Not tonight.
Over YouTube.
You could do a video about me. You think people don't do videos about me? You could do one.
Really quick for Chicago Muscle. You put up a picture where you were 70 years old in 1970. How old are you now? I'd love to know. You're dust? How old are you? You're ancient.
I don't think that's a real one. See, we need MB here because she's good at sniffing this out. I don't think you would make a number 2 and still be the same. You know what I mean? I don't know.
And his videos aren't even funny. That's the funny thing. This guy, he thinks he's funny, but he's funny to himself.
The point that I'm bringing up, Chicago Muscle, is now is not a good time. Okay, seriously. Can you like pause for like maybe one night?
Yeah, I don't think it's him.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take. Yeah, I should.
Block him.
All right, I very rarely. I'm gonna block him. I'm talking.
Block him out.
Yeah, he's mad that his muscle doesn't work anymore.
I might have.
Wait a minute. Someone's gonna do a video about me. Everybody does fucking videos about me. So what difference does it make? You'd be another one.
Block him out. Be gone.
I don't know. I got all these people. They know me. Bay 8, Alan Brock, this one, that one. This guy's making videos. I'm part of this army. I got 30%. I did this. I love this guy. He's a piece of shit. I mean, my name is in so many fucking things with my 400 fucking subs. Go ride someone else's jock. When I get to 1,000 subs, then you could do videos on me.
Hey, Chicago, don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you. Goodbye.
Hey, speaking of,
hold on. There's Bay 8th Boss. I don't know if you saw that.
Exactly. Gay 8th. Right.
And this one, I got to be honest. I was going to say something, but I'm like, I don't have enough time. I'm busy. I got fucking personal commitments. But there's the new beginnings for the unemployed. I told Vinny. Vinny's like, what? For the unemployed Vinny, Bay 8th, and Mole. I guess Lee Cole.
Right.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, Vinny's retired by choice. Joe's retired by choice. I wish I was fucking retired. Now that's bad. I don't know.
They should make the what was it called? The new beginnings for the great pensions, Vinny and Joe. That's what they should do.
Look, my 401k is in my sneakers, so I'll be okay. Unless sneaker market bottoms out, then I'll be fucking begging for money on.
Hey,
let me tell you, if you're begging for money on YouTube, you are a fucking derelict piece of shit motherfucker, man. Go
Hey,
get a
Tom.
motherfucking job. Go get a fucking pistol. Go rob a fucking bank. Stop taking money from your fucking people. Okay? People got to eat too. And if anybody, I'm not even going to say it.
That Lloyd Christmas must be no.
Hey Tom, tell me if this is a good business plan. My 401k is in my back here. I'm gonna sell it to people that need hair plugs and shit when I
Yeah,
leave.
I'll
When
give you $100.
Hair replacement is a
I
very
need them.
big business. I will tell you that much.
I need them.
You need them? I got you, bro.
Because I need them because what happened was
That's not her picture, is that?
No. You know why I need them? Because
I
only had, when I got married, I only had 10 girlfriends. If I had hair, I'd probably have 20. 10 was, 10.
So Vin, you're going live. What? 1 a.m.
And it could have been very possible.
We'll still be on here. We gotta do 3 hours on here. We did 3 hours on Ben's show.
Good morning, UK.
Actually, you want to laugh. Vin, I forgot to tell you this. Vinny
You know
was
what?
over
That
one
could
time.
be it.
What? I
And
can't
for
hear.
the first time ever, we did a live mutual stream where it streamed out an Armchair
One of them
MBA.
guy's sisters or something.
So it's still
Yeah.
there. Right now, we can add Vinny's channel to here.
Wow.
I think I got it. Why these people are hating? Okay, I know what it is.
All right, I'm breaking out, guys. I got to go to work in about an hour.
Yeah.
All right, listen.
So you'll be on in 30
I'll
minutes?
join you for coffee in about 40 minutes.
6:30 coffee.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna check you out at 6:30. You're gonna let me on to say good morning if I have my bathrobe on?
Absolutely.
Joe,
Hey,
get up. Well, Joe don't go to bed till late, so Joe will be up.
Sticks, if you leave, Tom's gonna shut us down, man. If you leave, Sticks.
No, we're staying on. Wait for Jeff to do.
Hello.
Yeah, man.
Good night. Good night, guys.
Thank you.
All right, later, Sticks.
Hey, Tommy.
Yeah, what's
Thanks,
cool?
Tom.
All right, Tom. Talk to you in the morning.
Yeah, it's nice going to bed and you have like a girl next to you.
You
Maybe
want
some
to
of these
laugh?
guys should try and do that
You know,
themselves.
They don't know the feeling, so.
So Tommy first appeared on my show, right? And believe it or not, there's YouTubers. What they do
That's
is,
where I met him, on your show.
yeah, what they do. Well, I thought it was Grindr, but what they say is, George is like, I know what that is. Ding ding.
Terrible.
Anyway, there's YouTubers that say, hey, come on my show, I'll cultivate you, collaborate. And they go to them and they say, hey, I need a piece, 10% what you ever make for the next 5 years. The whole goal is to make them big, take a piece of what they do. If I had a piece of what Tommy was getting, shit, I'd be retired.
I know people $1 a month. And I'm thinking that I'm gonna have more subs to give you the $1 a month.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
See, but that's how you grow, right? So like Tommy Tinder sticks.
Now, Lloyd, I'm naked next to your mother, actually.
Hey, did you guys see?
Hey, did you believe what just happened?
Did you guys see on was it Netflix, that Swindler? Did you guys see that?
Swindler.
This fucking Israeli guy, like kind of a scrawny guy. He emails women or meets them on Tinder, says, I'm a big diamond heir.
Oh, really?
Make all this money, private jets. And what he does is he wines and dines them for a little bit. And I'm like, hey, can you get a credit card in your name? Because I'm having some problems. Can you get me a flight? Can I lend some money? And he gets like hundreds of thousands of dollars from all these women and he busts them out. It's fucking insane. Never got arrested. Like maybe in Israel for a little bit. Still out and about. Just, you guys got to watch it. It's fucking insane.
He's getting American women to do that shit?
UK and I think like Amsterdam or Swedish or something.
Well, didn't you have that? Didn't you have that one on your channel about the guy that claimed he was a doctor and shit?
Anita,
Dr.
she's on next Wednesday.
Huh?
She's on next Wednesday. Hey, see,
Jeff,
look,
you don't want to come on, Jeff?
Jeff's here. See, I told you.
Hey, the wig.
George, it's a crazy story. So the guy was a legitimate surgeon. He did this thing where he made fake, not in a bad way, fake tracheas, artificial tracheas, and he was on like the Nobel Prize. Turns out these tracheas didn't work.
DP, what's up, DP?
So it works out. The tracheas didn't work. On top of it, told her she was going to marry him by the Pope with the Vatican. And it turned out that with 2 other families. So she's coming back on Wednesday night.
You had her on, right? Before.
Yeah, my first video with her, not the mob stuff.
Yeah.
In audio and video, 200,000 streams.
Yeah.
So she's
I
coming
seen
on
that
Wednesday.
one.
She's coming
Didn't
on.
you did that on the old show, right?
Yeah,
Good
on the
DP.
series.
Thank
I wanted her to. I actually had her on Armchair because I wanted kind of like her to share how getting screwed over and John's backstory was there was some stuff there, and that show actually did pretty well too. But she's gonna come on as a follow up and aftermath. And I gotta thank Mr. Ron Gross. He's been pushing me I'll be on Ron Gross.
Call you later, Jeff.
Ron Gross is the most persistent effer, right?
Is he?
And I'll be on like Vinny's show, and he's like, "What about the doctor?" I'll be on. What about the doctor?
Who's that?
So I got. Is that what you're saying, Tom? I got to start texting you every morning at 5. What about Parodi? What about Parodi?
If you Ron Gross it, Parodi will get on.
Yeah, I want to pick his brain, man. I want you to pick his brain because you know the business stuff. He's a real support.
We got to unpack it. Jeff Nadeau,
unpack it.
You need to come on, and we need to unpack how you stole me away from the boys.
The flying wig, baby.
Yeah, F you too.
Wait, who said that?
Where's the beef?
We got a new beef, George.
Who?
That would be good. No, he's got a lot more subs than me. I don't know if that'll help me. He probably has a lot of people that. If
you go on his channel and argue, you'll get 3,000 subs in a week.
Who's got a new beef? I got a new beef.
No. You get a referee. It's Nadeau.
Oh, Joe and they do.
Yeah.
Is he coming on or what?
I don't know. I hopefully.
No, he's not coming because he's mad at me, Jeff.
Is he
Why
really?
is he mad at you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
Somebody made a video dissing him, so I called that person. I said, "Yo, Jeff's my homie. Take the video down." You know what happened?
Oh, that's what he's mad about.
No, but he took the video down.
So he should be happy with you.
That's what I'm thinking.
Exactly.
Is this the real MRE? Hold on. If this is the real MRE,
if it's MRE.
Oh, MRE, you have to come on.
I know you're kidding, Jeff.
Hold on, guys. I'm going to put him on. But
MRE?
MRE, is this really you?
Salute, my dog.
Oh God, this guy.
The fake one.
Who is that?
That guy pops in every way. He's funny though.
All right. I was gonna listen. I'm open to. Oh, there's Billy T, and he jumped off. You know Billy T?
Billy T.
I don't know.
Nadeau ain't coming on.
I'm dropping it for him. I don't know what's going on here.
I tell you,
he's embarrassed to do a show with me, Jeff Nadeau.
Jeff, come on, you little fruity bastard. Come on.
When I heard his pranks, oh my God, they're expensive.
Wait,
he's swinging at me. You need to go to the gas tanks.
That was
what was that on the new channel?
God. No, MRE. He's amazing.
Yeah, I know, but it's on the new channel?
Yeah,
which one? He's got fucking 5.
Who did?
Well, it says pranks.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
No, he's got MRE 1, 2, and now he's got the US history something I just subbed to.
Wait, Peg, your verbal missiles never went out to do yet, right?
Early on in the game, I used to mess with him a little bit.
Yeah.
He was so mad at me, man. I had to fucking apologize to the poor guy.
Yeah.
I think I was actually starting to affect his life a little bit, but I was only messing with him.
That's funny.
Well, how do you think me and Mike, we had
you say to him, VK?
Our beef lasted like about 13 hours of beef.
What did you say to him, BK, to get him all fired up?
Who's that? At a hardware store.
The Jeff or Joe?
Jeff.
Well, I was just joking around with his hair and stuff. I was busting his chops, you know what I'm saying? And he blocked me. And then one time
Did you say Ace Hardware to him or something, or was that someone else?
To who?
Someone said Ace Hardware.
No, he's not on Joe. I work at a hardware store, but when I found out how much Joe was making, I put my orange sweater on.
Yeah.
Joe was running the hardware stores. He wasn't stocking shelves.
Doesn't make a difference.
I got the vest. I got the helmet.
Just tell me where he lives. And what you could do is you could find out where I live and then tell me what you should be doing. Maybe you should have went into the hardware business.
True.
Well, we did all right for himself.
That's it.
Now Joe has other hardware.
That's it.
That's it.
So
You know what?
So who,
Joey buys all the candy he wants.
So BK, so these days, who's still, on the crap list and who's still on the good list?
Oh boy, I was waiting for this
Oh,
one.
no,
Now
I
want to turn this up. Hold on.
Oh, we're
Go
gonna
ahead. Go ahead, Mikey.
You know, the fat bald guy and his little clone over there. I don't like them. I don't see the Chicago muscle character. He can go eat a prick.
He's newer on the team. I don't really
But he's changed a lot. He really has. He's very calm.
I'm trying to be nice to people. Like, I really am trying.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I gotta be nice to this guy, Jeff Nadeau. How are you, sir?
Oh shit!
What's up?
Zip
What's
that
up with the-
shirt up. What are you
Hey,
doing?
what's up with the chesticles, Jeff? Cover them things
I
up,
know.
man.
Well, I heard you like that sort of thing.
I do, man.
We're
You got
trying
me.
to figure
Caught
out,
me.
Jeff. Are you a C cup or a D cup?
Oh, man.
I'm not gonna.
No?
I'm not gonna make the joke I was gonna make.
Go ahead. Everybody's been zinging him.
Well,
at
now
you
that
tonight.
I've lost a lot of weight, I'm down to a B.
Nice. When I was overweight, I was like a B plus, maybe like a C.
Well, yeah.
Who is this Marky Mark keep saying Fila boot shoes? What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure it out all night. What does Fila boot
Is
shoes
that
mean?
really him?
Yeah, because let me tell you something. If you have Fila boot shoes, you might as those are fucking rejects. You get slapped around wearing them.
Not on you.
Yeah, you
Those
want
are
to see how
fucking-
bad they look? I got them on.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah, I know you probably do.
Hey, Tom, listen
Thanks,
to what
Joe.
Vinny.
He's being funny. Feel
Listen
the
to what Vinny
boots.
Bracco did.
What the
Listen to
fuck
this.
does that mean?
What did I do?
Wait. What did I do?
Continued in
Yeah.
1997. He's
Hold
still
on, guys.
young.
We got to see what Vinny Bracco did.
A couple weeks
What?
ago, it was a Friday night. Vinny Bracco had a show. Joe was on it. I was on it. I think I think that Baffa guy was on it.
Yeah, man.
I give Vinny a winner, right? A game. Okay, Fresno
Oh God.
He vanished.
3 minutes to go. Vinny says to me, they're up 6. Vinny goes, "Oh, good win. This is easy winner." They go to overtime, and fucking wouldn't you know it, they lose. What kind of gambler does that?
I was wrong, but now I'm giving you the Jeff Nadeau special. This is Jeff. Yeah, so. No!
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, and he's like laying on his back,
Close,
kicking his legs
close,
up.
Jeff.
He's a fucking newborn.
I couldn't move my
fucking
couch.
deer
I
on
was
the
just
fucking
kicking
mic.
my
Because I had a
Check the fucking field
No,
goal.
Jeff, I apologize for that. Was wrong. I shouldn't have done that.
I'm just
I'm
fucking
sorry.
with you, man.
I'm
It was
sorry.
funny.
And I was listening to Jeff. He said something, right?
What's that?
Yeah, he said something. He's like, if I had 100 grand, what did you say about that? You would be able to turn that into what?
Oh, I
10,000 subs.
I said if you gave
Look at
me
this
100
pretty bastards in the chat.
if you
That's
gave me
right.
100 grand at the beginning of college basketball, I would make a profit. Like
Right.
I would-
Now, do you know that every degenerate gambler thinks the same fucking thing?
No,
That if
but
they had 100 grand,
Let's go.
here's the thing.
What would you want? 10%, Jeff?
Here's the thing,
10%?
though.
You'd be happy with 10%?
what do they
Jeff?
think they're gonna lose?
I have a basketball
Give me 100 grand, I'll lose it in 3 months.
Hold it,
Jeff,
hold
would you
it.
be happy with 10%, Jeff? At
Yeah.
the end of the
Hey,
season?
Joe, is that all right, Joe?
Oh, I like that. Wait, now you gotta smell your fingers. See what it smells like.
Oh man, that's
Nice.
it
Like
smells
a
like
cell-
paint.
Like a cell phone.
My
it smells like.
paint? No, that smells like polo.
All right, you ready? Here it comes.
Yep.
Ooh.
No.
They call that the Vinny Bracco special.
Yeah.
Mark's been on me tonight. I don't know what I did to him, but he's.
Oh, look what I found up there. What the hell's this? Would you have that up there?
Yeah, man. In my fucking, I had it in my fucking jailhouse wallet.
So hold on, that's important. We got a very special guest in the building, Mr. Nadeau.
Wait, I just want to listen. If you guys are ever around Bay George, and he says it's okay to use his phone, do not use his phone. Do not.
So hold on. Jeff Nadeau.
Why is that?
Hold on, guys.
Where's his phone? He's smiling right now. It's got to be somewhere.
We have an important guest in the house, right? So Jeff, for the Super Bowl, what were your picks? How did you do? What happened?
Well, I had the Rams 15-1 before the season. I did
Oh,
go.
What was his comments?
He said it smells like taint.
Wait, time out. You had 15-1 and you won?
What?
Wait, you had a 15-1 for winning the Super Bowl?
I'm
Yeah,
joking,
I
Mark.
had the Bengals 40-1.
Oh shit!
You didn't hedge, right?
No.
15-1.
Mhm.
Jeez, nice.
I didn't have to hedge because the Bengals got there.
Yeah.
too.
Oh, right. You had both. That's great. Now, beginning of the season, what made you like either team?
Well, I bet the Bengals in December,
Okay.
early December. But I like the Rams just because defensively, I thought they were the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, they are.
And I knew getting Stafford, that was an upgrade from Goff. I like their run game. I thought receiver-wise, thought Kupp could be the best receiver in the league. They went out and got Von Miller, all these other guys.
They had Woods. When he was healthy.
Yeah. Plus, I knew if they get the Super Bowl, I'd be at home. So
But you know what was crazy is the Tampa Bay, right? They played horrible against the Rams, and they almost fucking won.
Yeah.
I mean, so the Rams really probably shouldn't even made it, honestly, because if Brady, he had a horrible fucking game.
Look at that picture, man. A little fruity bastard. Look at him.
Oh yeah.
You guys are mean.
Listen, listen.
Smells like taint.
We have some. Look, we need some charity, okay? We want to drum up some charity, and the charity is for Stephen Janah.
Oh shit!
We want
the water heater just broke.
We want to get Stephen Janah. We want to get him a date.
There you go.
Now, I will pay someone to go out on a date with him for one night.
We'll pay
because
the
this
dinner and
fucking
everything.
calls me fucking 18 fucking times a day. 4 a.m, he texts me. 3 a.m, 3:30, and every time it's, "What are you doing, bro?"
Sounds like a loser.
Jeff, hold still.
Can you?
Oh, Jeff, calm down. That's our boy,
You
bro.
see, look, he's taking a dump. No wonder why he can't get any fucking women. Look at him. He's taking a dump. He can't
Taking a
say
dump.
that shit.
Where's he doing? He's upper decking at Tom's house.
Yeah, man.
I still have like a $2,600 plumber bill because of Vinny. You have no idea. Jeff, you ever heard that story when Vinny took an upper deck at my house?
No, I prefer
Oh
not,
yeah,
actually.
Jeff. Can you throw Steven one of your side bitches?
Yeah, for sure.
Hook him up, man. Seriously,
I gotta go just for
he's
him.
a good kid. I actually like him.
Now the thing is, I don't know if he can handle all of it, but I'll give it to him.
That would be cool.
So Jeff, what you got going on, man? You had Vinny and Sarah on this week, right? The show.
We did video, sorry. Yep.
What else you got coming up?
What do we got coming up?
He's got to make payment. He's got to make the money that he owes is due next week.
The VIG, you got to pay the VIG to Tom.
He's got to pay. No, Jeff has to look. No, Jeff owes money. He's got to pay for all those subs he got.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The check is in the. Yeah,
I'm gonna collect.
God forbid I ask a mob-related question. So, Vinny, I obviously knew people who knew Vinny Asaro, and they had like a certain opinion, right? But the book about the Lufthansa heist by Di Stefano,
it was horrible.
He had him as a brokester.
He was.
They were rough on him. Where did you land in your research?
He was. I mean, that was one of the reasons he went to jail for 8 years and just got out a year or two ago because he was so desperate to make money. He started hanging out with Gene Borello, people like that. Yeah, that was his issue. And, his own cousin cooperated against him, which wasn't great either.
Didn't they say he owned? Didn't they say he owned a bar? Doesn't he own a bar and some other properties?
But he was a degenerate gambler, George. That was the problem.
No, I know that, but I mean, I think doesn't he still own the bar and a couple other properties, the buildings, I think, or something, or no?
I would hope. I mean, I hope he owns something.
But
I mean,
they had that other informant, fucking Rubio, say he owned the bar. He had to report there every day or something. Wasn't that where he was going?
No, he was going to fucking Patsy Perella, that Pasquale fucking Rigoletto or whatever.
Yeah.
Jeff, he got the one where his cousin testified against him, Vinny Asaro. Didn't he get acquitted on that? He had the female lawyer.
Yeah, He was a terrible witness.
But what did he get? What did he get convicted for, though? Something else?
He got convicted for the Barillo stuff when Barillo ratted on him.
What he did was he ordered Borello and John Gotti III, the kid,
Arson.
to light some guy cut him off in traffic.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I heard that.
And also they were doing bank robberies on behalf of him, and they kind of cut it all together. Ronnie G got jammed up in that case as well, but they let him out early because it was COVID and he was super old.
So Gene dimed him out, Vinny Asaro. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Gene was the witness in that case.
Yeah, that's the crew he was around. He dined out Vinny Asaro. He dined out.
Yeah, he was doing a ton of business with like younger guys like Ronnie G, Michael Palmisio, all those cats. And Gene was obviously,
Pudgy, all those guys.
Yeah, Pudgy. Yeah, Pudgy.
Yeah.
So what I was thinking is, why would they even bring that Lufthansa case against them? That was like 30 fucking years earlier. Did they think they were going to win that?
They're trying to fucking headlines.
Well, yeah,
what were they trying to get him on?
To hit him with anything they can.
They were trying to get him for a murder that supposedly he did with Burke in that back in the day.
He hit him with everything, hoping something.
It's Tom's channel. He left.
So Joe, what happened was that Valenti guy that George is talking about.
Yeah, his cousin. Yeah, guy.
He decided he didn't want to be a mobster anymore. So he went to the feds and said, look, he said some shit to me about making money from the Lufthansa thing. And Asaro was the chieftain for the Bonanno crime family at Lufthansa air terminal. So it was likely that he got something from it. And I guess Valenti was pissed off that he never shared the money and he didn't want to be a mobster. So he said, well, I can get him on tape. And he never ended up getting him on tape. Nobody believed him. And the jury thought he was the old grandpa, which he was.
Did you read any of the transcripts, Jeff, or no?
The transcripts of Vinny and his conversations?
Yeah.
Yeah, all he talked about was like shit he was eating for dinner, and he talked about his son. He hated his son. He was a cocksucker. And, he said some things like that could be taken the right way, but whether he was a mobster, that wasn't the point. It was, did he kill Paul Katz? And there was no evidence that he did that.
So he was evasive with what he was saying. He was kind of covering his own ass.
Yeah, he was pretty smart, and at the end of the day, like
didn't he find bugs in his bar and like fucking rip them out and give them back? Call the FBI and say, "I got your shit here" or something.
Joey Messino did that. Joey Messino found a bug, and the FBI agent came and he handed him that and a beer and was like, "I think you're looking for this, aren't you?" And,
okay.
Yeah, but no, Vinny Asaro, he was a gangster's gangster for sure. He wanted to kill. I don't know if you guys ever heard about this, but he wanted to kill someone because he had a dog for a long time.
He shot the dog, you said, yeah.
Dog, and he went to Joe Messino and said, I want this fucking guy dead for shooting my dog. And they never sanctioned it. But
did you know that gas pipe killed the dog?
I've heard that. Jimmy Calandra told that story, I think. Is that true? I don't think that's true from what I know, but
you don't think it's true? Are you fucking nuts?
I don't know much about the story, but I guess it could be. I only heard it through Jimmy, so you never know.
Well, I heard it through living there because it was when I was over there, and it was like crazy to even fucking hear about it.
Why did he do that?
Because he was menacing people. The dog.
I see.
The kid had a dog, and he fucking was bringing him around the dog, and if someone walked by, he'd fucking the dog,
But why didn't he fucking hold the kid accountable?
He eventually did hold the kid accountable.
That would have been the smart way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, you know whose dog it was?
No, who?
The kid that he fucking shot 18 times.
Heidel?
Yep.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I never knew that.
You ever see the interview when he's talking about that? That's
the whole thing is this. What people don't realize is like everybody knows everybody in the neighborhood. Heidel was a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I've heard that.
He should have known. I mean, he was a tough kid, but he was tough. He was dumb enough. I mean, the way they did it.
Yeah. It's easy to connect them to it, really.
Yeah, and the thing is,
And Casso was a real weird dude. He was a lunatic, weird guy, man.
To me, hindsight being 2020, he was the deadliest dude in the neighborhood. More deadly than fucking Scarpa and all these guys. Because he had cops working for him. He had all this shit going on. Bro, his nephew was a friend of mine. His nephew got killed. His nephew got killed. I think it was about 1985. His nephew Michael, who was, and he got killed. The kid by his cousin killed him. His own cousin killed a cousin, and that guy lasted 2 weeks after that. And within 2 weeks, the kid was dead.
You ever
And
hear
who do you
about
think was
that,
behind that?
You ever hear about that Russian guy he killed in Brighton Beach?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got the nightclub owner.
Yep.
Reznikov.
guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
I heard that guy was a stone cold lunatic, and Castor just went in, just bang. That was that.
They shot him outside in his car. The other two guys, didn't they?
I think it was Testa and Center today.
Yeah, the Geminites, whatever. Those guys.
Esther, Center, and Casso. That's a bunch of hitters right there.
Hey George, I
Yo.
interviewed a guy a couple of weeks ago. He was telling me he did time with Joey Testa. He told me, he said he was one of the nicest people I ever met. Like he said, you wouldn't believe he was.
Dude, I know a stone cold sociopath who shot two people, killed one, and got hit with attempted murder on the other one. And the dude was totally the nicest guy. And if you got mad, he had like a switch. You could see his eyes like flip, and he would kill you. And he would cry about it after he did it. But he would, at the time, it's like that shit's scary, man.
Who do
I
you
met
think
people
took
like
out
that.
Roy DeMeo?
Who do I think took him out? You said.
Yeah.
They did. The Gemini twins did it.
Gemini twins, 100%.
Right.
Yep.
They did it, and who told them to do it?
Castellano.
Yeah, Solano was wanted him dead. No.
I would think he did.
Gas pipe.
Yeah. Yep.
He had a relationship with the Testas.
Yeah, but that could have never happened if Castellano didn't want it done.
Yeah, I feel
They
like
would've came back at
wanted
him.
it done, and he was giving it to people, and they couldn't get it done.
Right, but what I'm saying is if he didn't sanction it, it would have never happened. There's no way in hell that happens. They would have went to war with
I'm
him.
not saying that.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I'm
I'm just
saying that he put the order out to
Hey,
kill
calm
Roy.
down, snack boy. I'm just making that caveat.
Frankie DeChico had to go to gas pipe to get it done.
All right, snacks. Calm down there, buddy.
Well, you live in fucking butt-funk Connecticut, and you're talking about fucking politics, Bensonhurst politics. You don't know
No,
what
I'm
the
not.
fuck you're talking about.
farmland in Staten Island.
What?
You live in the fucking farmland in Staten Island.
Farmland in Staten Island. Where do you people come up with the nonsense?
Farmland.
Farmland. Is he kidding me?
Because why?
Everybody he talks about is on the island.
Because my driveway, I could fit 3 cars in my driveway.
I'm kidding.
And across
That
the
makes
street,
it
10,000
country?
bodies.
I'll fucking bury you, put you in there. Forget about it.
Settle down, fat boy.
This
What's
is
going on? Wait.
digressing quickly.
You know what I want? Listen, George. Tell us about the mob in Connecticut. Because I know there was officers there.
There wasn't much. There was a couple guys around, but nothing
Big
crazy.
Al Bruno. Big
Tony
Al
McCallie was from there, right?
Them guys were all down by the shoreline, man. They weren't. There was one in New Britain, old man Pippi, that was around,
What
but
about
he died.
Frank Diaz?
Yeah, there was some guys, but they were all that shit was down by Danbury Way or down by the shoreline, closer to the city. Most of it.
I was telling these guys.
Galante was in Danbury. He was tied with Matty the horse. He had a garbage company.
Oh, Jimmy, right?
Yeah.
They did that.
Who's the
Netflix
captain from Connecticut that Paul Castellano had killed for
He
Chin?
let them
What
kill
was
him.
his name?
I'm
The
not
captain.
sure.
Frank
I'm not
Piccolo?
sure.
Is that his name?
It sounds
Frank
sounds
Piccolo?
familiar. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'd be if I said yeah, I'd be lying to you. I'm not sure.
You're coming to Staten Italy? Call me. We'll definitely go out. We'll go out to a nice restaurant. Not these humps. They take me to a fucking diner.
We take him to freaking McDonald's and Wendy's over
We
here.
go to a diner and we go Dutch. It's an embarrassment.
Hey, BK,
How come we keep losing? We're losing one guy at a time over here.
Where is Tom? It's his channel. Are we holding
I
down
don't
the
know.
fort? Let me play some Tupac on here and get him struck down. Here we go. Come on, hold on a minute. Well, let's listen to a Tupac song right now and then a Biggie song, and we'll see who won the battle. What do you think, Jeff?
Don't they shut it down right away?
Jeff,
Sounds good.
listen, Jeff.
Yeah.
We should do a show, me and you, a battle. Who's a better rapper, Biggie or Tupac?
Biggie.
Tupac.
I mean, I can give you one thing that makes one better than the other right now.
I like them both, man.
If
What?
I told you something, I'm gonna say it. You're gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna say
Yeah,
it.
we already think that, but go ahead.
Tupac was a fucking fraud.
Get the
He said
First of
you
all,
crazy.
First of all,
He was a what? Wait a minute. He was a what?
Jeff,
wasn't
do
from
you
the
know
West
who
Coast.
his family is?
Do you know where he's from?
Do you know who his
Baltimore.
aunt was? His
He ain't from
aunt
the West
killed
Coast.
2 cops.
He ain't from the West Coast though. That's a fraud.
He's
Well, what does that mean?
He's from Brooklyn originally.
No, he's from Harlem. Listen,
And he grew up. He lived in Baltimore. He's not from the West Coast. He's a fugazi.
no, listen. Do you know who Matulu is?
Yes.
You know who the
Evil.
Black Panthers is? Do you know
Yeah.
what Matulu's in jail for?
Killing the cops and shit.
Yes.
Philly, wasn't it?
Yes, the guy was not that way, man.
But as far as for me, Biggie's my guy. Oh,
The kid that he rolled up on and punched, Lane, trust me, you probably wouldn't have punched the kid.
I just wasn't. I don't know. I was more of a fan of Biggie. That's
Either of them are the best of all time. Either of them.
I
They
agree
died
with
at
that.
21 years old, 22, whatever they
25.
were. 25. There's no way to say they're the best at anything.
I
But
agree.
the catalog that Tupac has is forget
He,
about
he
it.
does. But I
Ready
can,
to Die is the best album ever, possibly.
I can name people he's never even heard of. who
All
ripped them
Eyes
both
on
apart.
Me. All Eyes on Me did it in 2 weeks. What about
I'm
the
more a fan of
Machiavelli
Guy
album?
Light. I like Biggie more. That's all.
Yeah, I know.
Machiavelli,
That-
hey, all that
would be a
shit.
Great argument.
Snoop just bought all that shit. He just bought the Death Row label, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bought it for $12. What is it worth? The Death Row
He
label?
might bring it back.
Jay
You know?
Z over both of them, but that's just me.
No way.
What do you mean he bought it for $12? What are you talking about?
What does Death Row have?
It has the Machiavelli album. It has all this fucking
He
Dre.
didn't
All...
buy all that. No fucking.
Yes, he did. He
Hey,
bought the
Tom,
whole
nice to
fucking
meet you back.
catalog.
It's your channel. How you doing?
He
Good,
lost
look
all
it up.
that, Shug. He lost everything.
Bro,
He
it got
was
bought out by a different company. Look it up. Google that
It
shit.
got bought out by Mattel or whatever, but it wasn't.
Google that shit. Google that shit.
He doesn't own the catalog of Tupac's.
He just bought it, bro.
I don't give a fuck
Just
what
the
he
name
bought.
of the company, I think. not
I don't
the,
give a fuck what he bought.
I don't
He
think-
isn't.
yeah.
He did not buy that. You know how much money he'd have to pay for the Tupac's catalog?
Dude, just Google it, man. I just read it. He just bought it. He just
I
bought
know
that.
he
label.
bought
It's
it,
like
but
2
there's
days
no
later.
artists on there. He bought
It's just the
name.
catalog, man. That's all he fucking wanted. He bought his own shit back. Dr. Dre, his stuff, the Chronic album, all that shit.
And he bought
on that.
All Eyes on Me, Machiavelli. He bought.
Yes, he got that's all on that fucking label. He bought it.
Wait,
He
and
wanted it
said
back.
in the article, or you're just assuming this?
It was on fucking first of all, he was talking about it, and then it just came out like 2 days ago. There was an article that said he bought it.
See, I just heard me personally, like George. I'm not saying you're wrong. You read something.
Thank
else.
you, Amber Alert.
I thought he just bought the name, so like he's just gonna sign artists from now on to that label.
Right.
You know what I mean, and just bring Death Row back.
So what happened to the What happened to the catalog?
What?
What happened to the catalog? It's owned by somebody.
It's owned by the Tupac Shakur estate, his sister.
Dude,
That's who
I'm-
owns it.
dude, who owns the Chronic album and all that shit?
Whoever the fuck, Dr. Dre or whoever.
Yeah, they all picked.
No, it's owned by fucking Death Row, the label.
No way.
Google it.
just
I'm gonna Google it.
Simple as
I'm
that.
just telling you what I read, unless it was bullshit article.
No, he bought the company, but the company has no artists.
I understand it doesn't have artists. It has a catalog. Just like Motown doesn't have any fucking artists anymore. It has a catalog.
Right, and you think Snoop Dogg has enough money to buy?
No,
all-
he probably got together with Dr. Dre, investors, fucking, who knows, Tommy Mottola, anybody could have fucking gave him the money for it. It don't mean he had it all in his pocket. He could have had investors with it.
I don't know.
Dude, Michael Jackson owned the fucking Beatles catalog. That was his whole money. That's where he got all his money from. He was an artist. He owned $1 billion catalog.
And how much did he pay for it?
I forget what he paid for it, but
He had to sell it off, right? When he got in trouble legally.
well, he started leveraging it to borrow money because he wasn't making any money because he wasn't selling any records or singing anymore.
Yeah.
And then when he died, the family went, whatever happened with it after that.
Interesting.
Keep talking.
So Joe, you got to research it, and we'll do a show on it tomorrow.
Guys, there's a fake BK Shaolin in here. Block that one that just commented. He's fake.
Oops, not
I
started.
don't have a wrench.
I got it.
Yeah, that guy was saying some crazy shit the other day.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get his IP address.
I never understood that. Where I get you want to like maybe mock a creator and create an account, but right now BK is a viewer, right, and hanging out. Why
They
would
sweat
somebody
me, Tom.
make?
They sweat me. I don't know what to say, bro.
That's weird, bro.
No, he has a channel.
No, but like what I'm saying is to take the time to make a fake account and then like comment on it as if you're him. I think it's and he's on the
That
show.
person was
He gets
saying-
blocked and he comes back with another one. It's unreal. I never seen anything like this bullshit
That
that
person
happened
was
to me
saying
in my life.
real weird
What
shit.
happened, Joe? What did it say?
It's Chicago
It didn't
muscle.
say that.
It is.
It said
What'd
nothing
it say?
about that. It said nothing about it.
And what did it say he bought?
He bought Death Row Records.
And what did it say about the catalog?
Catalogs of music. No, but I'll look into it further. It didn't. It didn't give any information.
Oh.
I don't
You
think
gotta
he
research
had
it.
the money to. That would be.
Bro, he doesn't have to have the money. You don't think if he went to a fucking Jeff Bezos or anybody and said, I'm going to buy this, are you willing to give me $2 billion or whatever he did? He could have got Dr. Dre together. You know how much money Dr. Dre's got? You know how much money fucking Master P? Them guys they're loaded, bro.
Dr. Dre has bread, 100%.
Fucking Master P's loaded. They're all loaded.
Shit.
Yeah, Dr. G's got fucking huge bread, bro. Look it up. What's his net worth of? He's probably worth.
Okay.
Dude, Diddy was worth 500 million. What in the early 2000s? He was worth 500 million.
I wouldn't be.
And
surprised.
now what is he worth? 400.
I don't know. I have no clue. I don't look. I don't keep up on that shit. I'm just saying.
Listen, I'm gonna say that you're right, Georgie. You're right. He bought. What he
I'm
did was,
listening.
no. What he
I'm not
did.
trying to be bad.
The article said that. Here, I'll read it. It said that Snoop Dogg purchased Death Row Records. He went to Dr. Dre and Master P, and they put up the money to have the record label, which got all the songs of Tupac and everything, and they needed a little more money, so they
told
went
you.
to P. Diddy, who had 400 million in the
Yeah. I know you're full of
Diddy
shit.
then, and then P.
Yeah,
Diddy
you're full of
lent
shit.
him the money, and
Yeah.
he's got 6 weeks to pay the money back, or his
What a
license
fucking
will go. That's
douche.
what it said. He
What a
said,
fucking douche.
6 weeks.
That's crazy.
Tom, ain't you got a mute button?
That's all about.
George, you just got
You
served.
know what I'm saying?
George just got served.
Yeah, you fucking douche.
What happened?
Nothing.
Served? What are you talking about? My brother. Do you still have a beef with the guy who lives in his college?
What?
My brother.
You still have a beef with the guy who lives in it? Oh my god.
Oh man.
My brother. He was looking to kill somebody. They told him no. You go to jail for those kind of things.
Yeah.
Right,
Jeff,
Jeff?
what are you drinking? We were just drinking booze, Jeff. What are you drinking?
Oh, just water.
So
Remember the night? Hey, Joe, you remember the night Jeff came on drunk,
I'll be right
drinking
back,
on the show?
oh
shirt on?
man, he was like
He had no shirt on.
yeah, that was great, man.
Yeah, that's funny.
Snoop looking for the truth. You know what? Thank you. This fucking George believes everything. Like he thinks everything is just like, oh yeah, like Tupac, he had it. Bro, you ain't getting your hands on Tupac's catalog.
No way.
You ain't
Tom,
getting
Google, Tom,
that.
can you look that shit up, please, so we can shut this
I
fucking
did
phone
while you
off?
guys were talking. I couldn't find it. It looks like Hasbro.
I looked it up.
or something.
You know what it told me? It said, tell that asshole George he's wrong. That's what it said in the article. Looking for the truth. Thank you. He bought the Death Row name, which is nothing.
Is that Miss Can't Be Wrong?
Why would he want the Death Row name if it's nothing? Who the fuck would want that?
What the same? Is that Miss Can't Be Wrong? Looking for truth. Are they the same person? Oh, I always thought it was. I don't know.
No, Miss
I've never
Can't Be
seen
Wrong.
Looking for the Truth.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest.
Yeah, I'm nothing against her.
I love Miss Can't Be Wrong.
I'm gonna send you the video when we get off here. It's him talking about it, and then you tell me what you think. What he said. I'm just going by what the man said.
Who said?
Snoop.
He said he bought Death Row.
He said all that shit is on that label. Imagine what I could do with that fucking label if I had my hands on it. Stay tuned. Shit's in the works. Blah, 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 blah. And then 2 days later, it said he bought the label.
Wait a minute.
He's bringing it back.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You left out Martha Stewart. He probably got money from her too.
Oh man.
Where do you come up with this shit?
Think of that? No, you didn't think of that. You went right to Dr. Dre and
Yeah,
fucking Eminem
yeah.
and P. Diddy.
Yeah, you're
All
right.
the money he needs with Martha Stewart.
I know, you're right, man. You're fucking right. I should have thought about
Martha
that.
Stewart is fucking gangster because she went to fucking jail. She didn't fucking rat.
Cuban B is right. The real money's going to be in making all this music and NFTs and selling them. He's right.
What the fuck are NFTs?
It's digital art.
Non-fungible token.
Digital art is a short version.
Block that
That's the shit. Oh, that's the pictures they have that they're not. You can't even own them. They're on the computer or something, and they're worth all kinds of money.
Oh, so it said he bought all the songs. Tom?
But you know what people are doing, which is pretty smart, is
thank you.
If it's a digital NFT, they'll get like a digital frame and it'll like be in it and it'll hang it on their wall. I don't know what that means, but versus you could do that with anything anyway. But I guess you own it. I don't know. NFTs are big right now. I know a lot of people made some money on it.
Yeah, but how do you make money though? I don't understand. If it's like it's a picture that somebody just comes up with, right? Isn't it like?
Let's say Joe took a picture of his hat collection, right? And Joe's like a little bit more famous than he is. He's at 450 subs. Then all of a sudden he can mint it on the blockchain, and it's like one of one. And he can even say, "Hey, I'm going to sell it to whoever," right? And then he also can hold on to 10% of all the future sales. Imagine being an artist, right? Painting a painting, and then every time it's sold, you're making money on it. That's NFT. It's digital art essentially.
Painting. Yep.
But how do you like? How is it become tangible? How do you get to own it and like hang it?
Because on the blockchain, that's why it's called a non-fungible token. On the blockchain, it's given like you ever see like those paintings? It's like not paintings, a print, 1 of 100, 2 of 100, and it's like only 100 made. With an NFT, you can make 100, you can make 1, whatever it is. It's certified.
So you buy it. So what do you? So you buy it, and what do? You print it or something?
You just basically hold on to like any other asset. It's crazy.
No, but I mean, I understand that. But once you make the original one, right? So you sell it again. Then what do? You print it off the computer and like frame it, kind of thing, or you download it like a digital picture.
That's it. So I'll give you an example. If you download the Mona Lisa, you don't own it. You can put it in a frame, but you don't own it, right? But if you download an NFT that you own and you have the, what is that called? The provenance or like the code, you own it and it's verified. And the cool thing about it is it's digital. So it's like you own it and there's nobody else to say they can. And there's proof.
Isn't that shit easy to hack and all that shit?
That's the opposite. Because it's on the blockchain, it's like, no. That's funny. Where did it frame it, George? I love it. How's it going? That's what I thought when they came out. I'm like, what do you do? Like, if it's a digital.
You think if you took a picture of you know what I mean? You're private. Can you make that an NFT?
You'd have to enlarge it like 40 times.
Yeah, you need a telescope on mine. But if you got that strong lens, would it be worth anything?
I gotta take 3 Viagra so I don't piss on my nuts.
Listen, man, a lot of people look. I could never figure out what this means. I couldn't. But women always used to tell me, like, "Are you sure you're not black?" I'm like, "Why? Look at my skin color. I'm light." Why
Who said that? Martha Stewart when you were talking to her?
No, it was all these women that I was,
while you were listening to the Machiavelli album?
All the women I was intimate with, they would say that, and I still don't. 20 years later, I still have no idea what they're talking about.
You know what, Tom? The last 2 days is the first time I wish I was in jail.
I was going to say. Well, his Joe's nickname with the girls was Quick Draw McGraw.
Quick Draw, yeah.
My nickname with the girls was 2-Minute Tom.
2-Minute Tom.
2 minutes? What are you running, a marathon?
It's the best 6 seconds of your life.
2-Minute Tom. It took a minute and a half to get undressed.
2 minutes, shit. That's
the best 8 seconds of your life, and 6 of that's getting your pants off.
That's pretty much.
Yeah, that's unfair.
That's what they do. That's where he went.
I know. It's unfair. One time I met a girl, right? And I got out of, like, I was in a pool, you know what I mean? And I got out and I was cold, you know what I mean? And like,
That's from Seinfeld. That was a good one.
Yeah, man.
Very
It was like,
Seinfeld.
yeah, it was like the worst. It really was the worst.
I gotta be honest, and maybe hopefully Vinny's successful.
alive?
Vinny's show reminds me of Seinfeld. It's about nothing. Because I was looking at Vinny today, and I'm like, he's like, hey, I do want to grow my channel, blah blah. I'm like, you might want to like have a title, and you might want to have a theme.
But
show, so when somebody comes on, there's something to like talk about, not just
format.
This.
He didn't have that. You know how much money he'd be paying his shrink to listen to him?
That's true.
This is like cheap therapy for him. So you know what? He's got 60, 80, 100 people. They're really good people. You know what I mean? They like him. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe he should go on 3 times a day if he feels like it. You know
right
what?
About now, Tom's regretting having us all come on his channel.
Yeah. I gotta go soon, but this is fun.
He just got struck down.
I'm happy we got to spend. I'm definitely not monetizing this. I'm gonna have to pull it, but
yeah. Oh, so what I wanted to ask you, Tom, was so I want to do a show on like rappers like diss tracks, like one going at the other, right? How could I do it without getting shut down?
Okay, so there's a few ways. One is what some people do when they play the video. You can play it at 0.75 speed or 125. That's one of the workarounds, so you may not get picked up.
Because what I mean by that is like the videos that the 2 songs that I want to put up are on YouTube. The whole song's on YouTube by someone that has like 200 subs. So I know it's not like the record company has him, and it's been on for like 12 years, the song, and it has 2 million views. How is that able to stay up?
Might be doing something that evaded. It's weird. Well, probably not monetizing for one. So because if one of the issues,
if it's not, it's definitely probably not.
Yes, it's not monetized. That's probably why.
But you could. So if I did it, I wouldn't be monetized. But they might leave it up.
There's a chance, but the workaround is try 125 or 0.75, or literally give commentary like every 15 seconds. Oh, this is my funny part. This is here. That's there. So then you have a better chance. So if they chap you, you could shoot back and say, "Hey, it was fair use."
Fair use, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and also Drito's right. You it might not get picked up as much by other ones, but you're early on, so you're just going to kind of pander to your current audience. So I don't think that's an issue. I would fast forward or go slower, a lot of commentary, and then if they like the thing with not strikes, but like a copyright, they'll come to you and say, "Hey, of your 45-minute show, these 5 minutes are no good." You could just say, "Okay, I don't want to fight it." Hit a button, and they'll edit it out for you, one button, without a strike. So risk it. Fuck it.
With my fucking 400 subs, what do I got to lose?
Exactly.
No risk, no biscuit, baby.
You could always take over George's channel.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to go pretty soon. I'm going to be going on BK's channel.
That's it. When's BK launching?
He's already launched.
Yeah, I had some videos. I took him down though.
Why?
Because it was going at Chicago Muscle. I was only defending myself because he keeps making videos about me and shit. Okay, then I get labeled the bully. Okay, right. I'm labeled the bully for defending.
Were you live or you were pre-recorded?
They were pre-recorded videos.
Oh, and what somebody got you in the comments?
What do you mean?
Like, so you pre-recorded, right?
Yeah, I just made a couple of pre-records, put them up on my channel. But then, like, one was about Carlos and one was about Chicago Muscle. Then they squashed it with me and everything. So I was like, you know what? I'm a man. I took the videos down.
That's different. That's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get along with Carlos. I happen to like him personally. I know some people kind of push and pull on him.
He's no good. At the end of the day, I just realized the other day he's no good. Even after we made up, he's no good.
What no good.
Well,
no
the worst is if
Phony.
you meet up with somebody, they don't stick to their word. That's the worst.
He's very phony. He's very flip floppy. He there's no loyalty. He pretends he's loyal, but he's not. I read between the lines with him. I just figured him out recently. Yeah.
How did beef start with him though? Because he's more like a wrench guy without a creator.
No, because Chicago Muscle made that video, and Carlos was supposed to be cool with me, and I see him commenting under the video.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, with the muscle signs and all the shit he always does.
Oh, gotcha.
Why don't he put it like Joe said the last time? Why don't they have an emoji of a man bent over taking it in his ass? Okay, because that's what Carlos needs to post up.
Good point.
Jesus Christ.
That guy Joe, I like him.
I don't know the Chicago Muscle. I never had the pleasure of meeting him. I'm just hearing his name a lot. Is he like a troll? Like, what is his deal?
He's here to just, that's what he's doing. I seen a comment from his earlier name, which was a horror gamer, and he said he's here. Remember his name. He's here to stir the game up. Remember his name. So he has his own agenda here. Okay? I think everybody should get on Chicago Muscle and get him the fuck out of here. Everybody. Everybody that's beefing should get together and push Chicago Muscle right out of this fucking genre. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
Got it. And he's not like I hate to say this, but like there's kind of camps or sides. Who's like I know Carlos is very aligned to FBS and
is he aligned with it? Listen,
Yeah,
Carlos has been like, let me tell you,
be consistent in terms of
FBS is his guy.
Carlos has been great to me. He really has.
No, he's a great guy.
Yeah,
I love
he sees
Carlos.
me in a chat. He always says,
No,
"Hey, how are you?" I mean, you know,
Carlos,
he's just a really he's just a really, really good guy, and I'm thankful that he judges me. I'm thankful that he treats me with respect and and I treat him with respect, and that's what this is about on YouTube. You know what I mean? It's not about cursing people.
So agreed. I will say publicly. Some people don't like him. I've always gotten along. He's always been a gentleman to me. He was a wrench at one point, and it was a wrench with Vinny. My personal opinion is I think he backed off of us a little bit as a team covering our chats because of certain alignment. But that's fine too.
Right.
If that's if he's like, you know what, this is my boy, I don't want to come on. I respect that too. But I've always gotten along with him, to be honest.
Yeah, and honestly, he just he's friends with FBS. Yeah. And you know what? Look, the truth about FBS is I was friends with him too at the time. So I can't. But he
had you fooled for a little while. That's all.
He's always bigged me up, Carlos. I mean, he's always like, yo, Joey, you're good, man. Boop. I have no problem with him. He had a beef with BK, and, hopefully that's finished. It's done. At this point, we just need to move on and, try to all get along as best as we could because our time is short.
That would be nice,
and it would be better if we really get
Tom.
Stuff.
Yes, sir.
Hey, real quick, that one you put up quick, that Liam O'Connor comment. Did you read that? The one that was up a minute ago, right before Joe started talking.
Oh,
Liam O'Connor, the one about contacting a PO or a judge. What the hell is he talking about?
I posted it, but to be honest, I didn't read it. It's too long for me. Hold on. Right here. Hold on. You guys think making contact letter is an important? Okay. I will say this. I don't think it has anything to do with you. I think.
Yeah, I was just curious. I was like, "What the hell is this dude talking?"
There was a case.
All right.
There was a case. I think John Rubio, where two creators.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that might. That. Well, let me ask you guys on the panel: is ratting on a rat move? BK, what do you think? What do you think, BK?
You're a rat's rat.
I'm sorry, I was reading something.
So there was. If it's what I think it is, and I don't want to say I actually like both of the creators, so I'm not going to say their names.
Mm-hmm.
I have respect for them. Personally, I do. But so there was one guy that was on parole and was getting sentenced, and I guess two creators got some information and actually sent it to the judge, and it helped with the case. They basically ratted on the rat. But they're both civilians. They're not, street people. They're not.
It don't matter. You just don't do things like that.
Yeah, that's fucking pretty shitty. Because if those people were in that spot, and I was just in that spot, and somebody had done it to you, you wouldn't fucking like it. Believe me.
But just asking in fairness, not street people, and it's like a pretty bad rat. I'm just asking. No, still no.
I think if you've ever been in prison, man, and you've done any time in prison, you don't want that. Wish that on your worst fucking enemy. The only people that deserve that shit is child molesters and fucking and shit like that.
Somebody hurts kids and animals. And
exactly.
Shit.
You touch a kid or shit like that, or a fucking rapist or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whatever.
Now, if you are okay, so like in the street, right? You know, they have this saying, you know, when you're a tough guy, you know, they say like, oh yeah, he's a man's man. You know what I mean? You've heard that before?
Yeah.
He's a man's man. Mm-hmm. So if you rat on a rat, okay, amongst the rat population, are you called a rat's rat? I mean, how does that work?
Two wrongs don't make a right. You're fucking
like, is that true? You could call someone a rat's rat? Like, you know what I mean? He's a man's man. No, that guy's a rat's rat. You know what I mean? I mean,
I will say this, and I'm growing more of an appreciation for their stance. I know Amber Alert, Cuban B, I believe Carlos. I know you guys may disagree. Vinny, you know, with the whole we push back thing, like, and I guess George as well, take a pretty hard BK and somewhat Joe, take a hard line on like no ratting at all. You know, so I respect that. You know, I respect that.
What? Would you say?
No, so like,
listen, ratting the way I was raised, it's like, I'd be honest, it's the worst thing. Like, it's like you don't get you know, you just lose.
If you're involved in something, there's a different. I mean, there's.
But if you're facing 3 years, what are you gonna do?
I get it. If you're committing crime, if Tom's walking down the street and he sees a woman getting fucking raped and he calls the cops, that's not ratting, dude.
Yeah.
That's not fucking ratting, and you know what I mean. You ain't got to go over there and risk your life if you're
See, that's where I'm stupid. That's where I'm stupid because I would try to.
I would run over there, but me and you might do that. There's other people that won't do that. They're not built like that, and that's okay. That's their. They don't have to be.
Cubano.
I would run over there without a second thought if I saw that going on.
Yeah.
Well, listen. What about Greg Scarpa's son? He ratted on Terry Nichols.
See, that's the one I'm torn on because somebody got blown.
Because he protected our country. So
exactly, like, that's kind of
such a weird situation.
Now, didn't during World War II, didn't they go to Lucky and those guys who controlled the dock?
Yeah.
They said that Vito Genovese went over to Italy when he was exiled.
Yes, he did. He was helping the Americans invade Sicily and shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
yeah, that's all documented pretty much, I think.
Is that ratting? I mean, I don't know. You're saying, hey, there's a fucking U-boat in the area over here. I mean, is that ratting? I mean,
that was the Germans, not the Italians.
You know?
It was the Germans, not the Italians, really.
Yeah.
And they hated Mussolini at the time.
Yeah.
Look at this.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
It's a scab.
That's what comes to God and country. You might have been
It's because that shit was deep.
Oh my god.
That's why we got peace, bro.
I just pulled the fucking 3-inch.
But what about freaking like ratting somebody out and then you're friends with them afterwards? That's kind of shitty thing too, ain't it?
I've heard that.
I've never seen that before.
That's pretty
well,
low down.
Pull the scar from it.
Was around like the Mob Wives show, right? And I became friendly with Karen. And I went to, I think I said this in one of the shows, I was going to an event where I was actually with an associate, and I was worried from Brooklyn. I was worried when he saw Karen, he would not talk to her, blow her off. He was very cordial, and I talked to him afterwards. I'm like, sorry about that. You know, I'm friends with her too. I don't want it to be awkward. He goes, listen, she didn't rat. You know, it's her
That's
father.
It's an offspring. It's just a kid. Yeah, she can't be held responsible for her
sins of the father is not.
I respected that. You know, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't know if you saw The Last Gangster, but this was true. I talked to her about this one time. She was like,
she hated it, didn't she?
You're a kid. You want to stay in Staten Island. Her life's there. She's dating fucking Lee DeVanzo here or there. She don't want to go to fucking Arizona. She didn't want to go. And you know, allegedly he was gonna come out of it. But yeah, she was very dead against it, you know. And her friends, I'll give her credit, stuck by her. So it wasn't like her friends bailed on her. Her friends stuck by her. Ramona Rizzo, a good friend of mine, to this day, they're like good friends, and they stuck by her. I respect that, you know.
Yeah.
A little tricky,
Like,
but
like you said, she didn't do it. Her father. It was her father.
correct.
Listen, I'm out like a scout. Thank
All right.
everyone.
All right, Joe.
Have a
Talk
good
to you
night,
guys
everyone.
in a couple of hours. Tom,
Be good, Joey.
thanks for having me on. I know that you didn't get rid of us. I know you still want us to be with you.
Please.
At a distance. We still want to be with you.
Jesus Christ.
And whatever bad stuff I said about you in the past couple of weeks, it's not true. I take it all back.
See you later, Joe. Tell BK salute and
Have a good night, Tom. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you.
BK, see you.
Later, George.
Love, peace, and
BK,
happiness.
see you, brother.
Bye. Joe, don't go anywhere. I mean, George, we'll hang out a minute and then we'll jump off in a minute. We'll give him to do another minute or two.
All right, brother.
Wait, hold on. Ramona Rizzo being on that show with a father like hers. Yeah, old Blue Eyes. That's a tough one. I know it's a personal situation, you know, for her father. I don't want to say much, a friend, but you kind of read between the lines there. I know that was a little tricky with the show. I don't know. I believe TG knew about it, to be honest with you, beforehand, but I have no proof of that, nor I can't, you know. That was Renee's father and Jennifer's father, the one who produced the show. I'm friends with Jennifer. I'd love to have her on. I'd love to ask her about it. But I could ask, you know. Now, old Blue Eyes, I don't know you well, but I think you're a hardliner. I respect the hardliners. You know, so that's cool, you know. But yeah, a lot of people were not too happy about that show, you know. Did you watch that, Mob Wives? I know you did, but did you watch it?
No, I seen some. I mean, when my ex used to watch some of it. But
It was Graciano, which is TG's daughter. You had Carla, who my brother dated randomly.
Really?
Yeah, I think she was related to Daedone, Louis Bagel.
Louis Dino?
No, not Louis Bagels. Bruno Facciola, which I think might have got killed by one of the Lucchese's, I believe. And he was labeled a rat, but I don't know if he was or not. Who else? Karen Gravano. What's her name? Rest in peace. Big Ange.
Yeah, I remember that lady. Yeah.
I was pretty friendly with her too. I remember as an event, and she was smoking a Caprice cigarettes. And I'm like, cigarettes are bad for you. She's like, I know. Her uncle was Sally Dogs. She never ratted. Her uncle never ratted. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And then who else? There was a few other cast members. Drita, who's married to Lee DeVanzo. He's currently, as I understand, an associate. He's a stand-up dude, a real stand-up dude. You know, so yeah, it just kind of was the show was about. It's pretty popular for a number of years. It had a good run.
Well, what network was that on? Was it E or not E? Bravo. Was it Bravo or
not Bravo? I think VH1.
Was it VH1?
Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna Google it. I'm pretty sure VH1. But I was pretty friendly with Karen, and Jennifer, who's Karen's sister. She's the one who actually was producer of the show.
You mean you didn't pay like $50,000 to get Gravano on?
No, I did not pay $50,000 at VH1.
You didn't see all that shit, and everybody's saying you paid to get the interviews.
Wait, who said that?
I don't know. I seen it somewhere. Somebody was saying you paid to enter for some bullshit.
I can tell you this much with 100% certainty. It cost me. Now, remember, I'm going to verbalize this correctly. It cost me out of pocket net $0. So that's all I can say.
Yeah, gotcha.
A little bit of magic.
Gotcha. I know what you're saying.
Cost me net. I'll tell you offline. Cost me net $0, but it was worth it. It's at 70,000 views. I picked up like 400 subs just from the interview. Listen, you know, again, listen, unless I'm missing something, and listen, and I respect. Listen, I think Old Blue Eyes is here, Cuban B's here. I don't know who else from that crew. Just looking at the people who wrote. But I think, you know, there's a few others. Amber Alert. I respect these guys a fuck ton. They are consistent, and they're against, you know, people informing, right? And they know on my show that I do have some guys in the life. I happen to be the only guy that has interviewed 6 made members in the mafia. Patrick Bet David did 5, Vlad's at 5, I'm at 6. So those
I
guys,
know.
yeah. So those guys respectfully just don't watch that when I have rats on or
Yeah.
they just don't
You
watch
know,
that show. You know,
and that guy you had on, whatever the fuck his name was, I jumped out of that one. I didn't know who that was at the time too. But like I say,
Which
one time,
Mafia made?
huh?
Which one, Mafia made or Frank Furtolino?
No, the one you just said. Yeah, that one, the Frank Fuhrer, the guy.
You know, again, this is going to the guys and gals that don't like informants, and again, I respect that. But if you want someone like me who's inquisitive, want to go right to the source, I think he's more valuable in terms of information for a made guy. I'll tell you why. Born in Sicily, came from Castellammare di Golfo, which is like the banana stronghold. It was around a lot of Sicilian powerhouses, and like he was kind of there before the American mob was like very Sicilian and became Americanized, which I think was part of the old blue eyes always, and he always fair to me too, as well. He did testify against Baldo Amato. Baldo is a guy who was there when they killed Galante. He testified against Joe Messino, a smaller role, but nevertheless Joe Messino. And then I think Bobby Glasses, but he's a good guy. I get along with them. I've been to Sicily. I've been to a lot of the places he's been to. We kind of know some of the circles. But yeah, auto associates, shit, I probably interviewed like 20 of them. So, but I like to go to the source. But I also like to, again, Giovanni Rocco, Law and Order, was an undercover cop. He's just doing his job. Having Karen on, I want to hear not just, when did you know your father was in the mob? I want to know how it really affected her life.
Right. Yeah, but you're looking at it as from a journalistic standpoint. You're not looking at it as like I want to be their fucking best friend kind of thing.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
And on top of it, I'm really big on, believe it or not, it's going to sound weird. I'm really big on, like, the mob is a mob, right? And I'm really big on how, like, the peripheral is affected. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Right. You got your core. You got the core of the main guys, and then you got all the associates and everything, and everything.
I'll go even further. What about the nieces, the nephews, the families?
Right.
Adversely affected. The person had to
the ripple effects out into the community and all that.
Well, I know a crazy story. I was in Sicily, and I was with somebody at the time, and their family, their uncle was a boss for the area, big boss, and there's a lot of those guys in Whitestone, in Queens, and what happened was they took the niece of the boss. They didn't know, like they took, they kidnapped, they would kidnap young children for organ trafficking in Sicily.
Jesus.
And what happened was they found out who she was, or he found out that, oh, this happened. Okay, boom. And a half hour later, she was in a cave crying, released, right? Here's my point. What happens if her uncle's not so-and-so? Like,
she's gone.
And number two is we don't talk about this, not as, I don't know about now, but back then the mob was very big on human trafficking. And part of the human trafficking was organ trafficking. It's big money in black market livers,
right.
Black market kidneys. For like $100K, you could fucking fly to third world country and get whatever the fuck you need. It's crazy.
Right.
Where do you think it came from? So, and then the other thing I'm pretty fascinated with, which unfortunately, people that watch the show have a little less of a fascination with. I'm fascinated with how the American LCN is kind of in a state of steady decline, while like the Calabrian Mafia or the 'Ndrangheta in Italy soared to a $50 billion a year organization. I am obsessed with why one organization with similar values kind of failed, while others with the opposite, like, different country, but similar kind of business model.
So in a nutshell, why do you think that is? I mean, what do you
very simple. They got into Coke early for Europe. They got into one product. They got into, one supplier. They got into one business model, and they just fucking perfected it. They send people to Australia. They send people to Amsterdam. They send people to the UK. And the other difference is, rather than fighting, rather than fighting, they work with Albanian gangsters. They work with other gangsters. They don't fight them. There's no fights. They're fucking business people. The cartels love them because they come and fucking pay cash. Allegedly, they deal directly with the cartel, with the Colombians to cut out the Mexicans, but I don't think so. I think they get them from the Mexicans because the Mexicans picked up a lot of the routes. But they handle like a business. I don't like drugs. I don't do drugs. But from a business perspective, I'm fascinated by it. Fascinated. You know?
It's big, obviously big business. So many people wouldn't be involved in it, man.
There's the Calabrian mob does more business than Fiat and I think Bank of Italia does combined.
Look at just the pharmaceutical companies, man, like Purdue and shit like that. They're making it all, man. It's big business, man.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but that's the way it is.
Well, Cuban B's right too, right? So Cuban B, and again, I he's a friend on here. To him, it's not just simple as like, oh, construction's number 2. You're right, Vinny. My bad. And Vinny, George, you'll appreciate this. When I was in Sicily, you would go places, and there'd be a bridge half constructed because they get the money. Once they finally get the milestone,
and then they haul ass.
They stop building. And we were in Agrigento, and we went kind of like the southern part near the water. In the middle of the night, we're sitting there all hanging out, having beers, drinking coffee, whatever they can do in Italy, killing time. And next thing you know, you see a fucking backhoe go on fire. Now, first of all, a backhoe out of nowhere go on fire. Number 2 was diesel. A chance of a diesel backhoe. So,
right.
Dude,
spontaneously combust is not happening.
Yeah, you just can't, So those are the kind of things that fascinate me. The audience that watches the show, some are interested in that stuff.
Well, at least the American LCN, they would stop your construction project, but if you handed them a freaking envelope, they would start it back up and keep it going. You can't get away with that shit over here.
Correct. Well, there's kind of like a sentiment in Sicily is a little bit better of a job. Like it's called the pizzu. That's when they pay you off. And like there's kind of like organizations now, like you put the sticker up and like they're kind of banding together and like doing a little better job at it. But honestly, actually, construction is number 2. The government contracts, that kind of stuff is very, very big money. And then the other part is they're Italian, right? So like they get the Italian government is corrupt as a fucking $3 bill. So it's easier to corrupt the government in Italy than is in America, even though America is fucking anyway. That's another discussion.
Bad, right?
But
I mean, so you would think after so many fucking construction projects that get jammed up like that, they would stop giving them contracts and shit and figure it out.
Well, the thing is, they own the infrastructure. So when you go to do a contract, you either kind of own the company and they're affiliated, or they get paid off and the subs, or they find a way to pay it off. But the difference there in like, I'll speak like maybe Sicilian cousin Usher for a second. They're woven into the fabric of society. You could be a mayor. Ideally, back in the day, you were a judge. Miguel Navarro, who was the guy in Corleone before Totorina took over, he was a doctor. So they're not like as much street guys there per se. They're more like regular people. Like I remember reading a story about, I think it was Antonio Calderon. I know want to hear about informants on these people, but when he got made there, he goes, there were people there that I thought were gangsters, weren't. And I was shocked to find out who was. It was a baker. It was a lawyer. It's a different ball game there. And that's what fascinates me, George,
Yeah. No, it's cool. It's fascinating. But I mean, obviously, everybody here is probably primarily fascinated with the 5 families in New York, pretty much.
No, which I mean, there's a lot. I mean, I did a show, and again, I know some people don't like him per se, but John Panisi, he was a made guy. He wasn't around. And what he enlightened me on is there's still a lot of guys around. I'm not saying it's like it was, but there's still a lot of guys around,
Yeah. There's still some, but what do you think it's going to happen in like 10 years, man? You think it's going to be extinct or what?
I'm just surprised that like there's certain families, right? Like the Gambinos and historically the Bananos, right? The others not as much, but Gambinos currently and then historically the Bananos. I would either like I say this. I say number 1, it should be like the Calabrians. If you get made, you have to be in a family that is connected, the father, the uncle, something, right? Because when you like the reason why there's not many collaborating informants is you don't want to rat on your brother-in-law. You don't want to keep your nephew and niece or your godson fatherless, right?
Right.
You don't want to snitch on your brother. You don't want to snitch on your cousin, your blood cousin. So
Well, here they'll do it.
Pardon?
Here they'll do it. You got to, what's his name, just ratted on his own father.
Well, I'm gonna, you know, and again, I'm gonna think that. Hey, Seth the Viking, how are you, buddy? I fucking love his channel. I love his channel.
What's his channel about?
You know, it's kind of funny because I want to do all these things, and then like, I don't have the time, you know. But like,
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but if we looked at the U.S. based informants, right, and we like unpacked it, right, Sammy was not from an affiliated family. You know, I'm talking like a maid, you know, so
Right.
I don't.
Who's first generation?
Yeah, I don't know of an, and again, drop it below, guys. I don't know of an informant who the father or like a close uncle was, let's say a father and brother was a made guy who informed. So let's just kind of work backwards. I know.
What about Valachi? Didn't he have an uncle or a father in the mob, or no?
I don't recall. I'd be lying to you. I should know this. I know I read Valachi papers a while ago. I don't recall. I know that, you know, he's a mob.
Well, what do you mean? What do you call it? Did in Philadelphia, his uncle was Scarfo, Leonetti.
Well, Leonetti did, and high up too. But that's so. Let's work back because it's a little easier, right? So John Panisi, no, he was, you know, as far as I know, he was kind of on his own.
Pasqua's father was a made guy.
Who?
Pasqua, the guy that just ratted on Priya's dad. No,
Pasqua was an associate. I'm not saying it justifies it, but he was an associate.
Oh, right. Okay.
Bobby Luisi, his father was in the life, but I don't believe his father was a made guy. He was a street guy, but not a made guy. Anthony Aralata was a regular guy, regular Italian guy. He's not in the mob, not mobbed up.
Francise's father was a made guy.
That's true. That is one. But he also, and again, I don't know what the hardliners think if they're with Francis or not. But I think
that's not his real dad.
Yeah, I don't know. Like again, that's one you're right on. But again, I think it's the exception rather than the rule. I'm trying to think who else. If you work backwards, I'm just trying to think.
Mazza, no.
Mazza, no. Again, yeah. I mean, I don't know who is. Like that's my.
Scarpa Jr., but he didn't really rat on mob guys. He ratted on.
Yeah, correct. You know? And then what is it called? I think I even go back to Fratiano, the Weasel. I don't think he was. So what I'm getting at is, and those that really are really into this stuff, right, are really kind of involved, right? Like when a lot of this stuff went down, there was a really big heritage with the Gambino family, the Castellano family, and like they were like considered like the upper crust of the mob. Like they were like Carlo came over as a made guy. You know what I mean? And
right.
Americans came. A lot of them were Napolitan. I think Scarfo was Calabrian. The old school guys didn't like that. Frank.
Yeah, they used to call him. They call him Siggies in Philly, right?
Correct. And then Amber. So Frank Calabrese Jr. was not a made guy. I'm like 90% sure.
But his father was in the outfit in Chicago.
Correct. And the outfit's weird with the making and stuff, but that's not one, Amber. I don't think. I'm gonna go with no on that. Because although he was in a life, he also Frank wasn't a made guy. So what I'm getting at is like, if you're a made guy, right? It should be like, hey, your father was made, and or your brother was made, so there's a less of a chance of something going on. Number two,
yeah, but over there they'll kill your wife, they'll kill your kid.
Over there they'll kill you. They'll go 10 deep in your family and not even
right. So that's another reason why they're still afraid of the mob more than they're afraid of anybody else.
Bruschetta, they killed his two sons. They killed his brother-in-law. They killed his cousin. They killed his fucking nephew. They fucking took everybody out, you know?
Yeah, but that's why he flipped pretty much, right? That's what made him go once they started.
That's why he wouldn't come back. And Totorina did it like preemptively. Like it wasn't.
Did you see our the documentary on Netflix about it?
It was excellent.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now the other thing is, I was asking.
What's that other one you were real quick? I'm sorry, I'm not cutting you off. What's the other one you were saying? 000 or something?
Oh my God! So Roberto Saviano wrote. You ever see Gomorrah?
No, I've heard of it, and
Okay.
you know what the problem is?
Yeah.
I'm not fluent in Italian, and subtitles.
There's subtitles. Oh, you hate subtitles?
No. I'll watch the subtitles, but if it's not caught up with the thing, that's all.
No,
I don't mind watching the subtitles.
HBO Max, you have the option of doing an English voice. I know it looks weird.
That's what I'm talking about.
So my recommendation is this, right?
Isn't Gomorrah on? Isn't that on Netflix or
my
no?
recommendation is get 000 out of the way because only one season. It's fucking exquisite, right?
Is that that's in Italian too?
No, it's mixed. Some in Italian, some Spanish because the cartel's involved, in English. But wherever it's non-English, it's on Amazon Prime. You do voiceover, or you just do
But that's Netflix, right?
No, that's Amazon Prime.
Oh, I got that too.
So that's written by Roberto Saviano, right? But Roberto Saviano also wrote Gomorrah, and it's 5 HBO Max, 5 seasons. So after 000, jump on HBO Max, and you'll be in good shape.
And what's the other one? The Gomorrah, and then it's the other one's what? It starts with an S, right? There's another one.
That's another good one. That's also on Netflix, and it's kind of ties in the Roman aspect, not just the mob. Another good one.
So what was it called again?
Sabura.
Sabura. Yeah.
URA. It's kind of like an Aryan Rome or something. I don't know the exact why it's called that. Real quick, the movie about Buscetta is called The Traitor. Another excellent movie. The guy who's in Sabura, the movie, plays Tommaso Buscetta. The same actor plays Tommaso Buscetta. It's phenomenal.
The movie's called The Traitor, and that's in Italian too.
Yeah, that's all Italian, but it's a beautiful movie. It's I don't like they kind of I feel like they fast forwarded on Buscetta's life. I would have liked some of the rough and tumble. They kind of like fast forwarded, but other than that, it was excellent. It was a phenomenal movie. It was insane.
Yeah, the doc was crazy when they had him moving all over the United States and all that shit.
You know what?
Then he's on that cruise. And they recognize him.
He was in Italy like a fucking idiot, and then like they're not gonna think they're gonna get seen, and then like people are seeing them taking photos. They had to have like the Italian like special forces come get them.
Yeah.
You know?
It was crazy.
It was insane. So, all right. I think we had a good run. George, thank you so much for being on. I'm happy you're here. I don't get to see much of Drito. I know you bust my chops, but I still love you. See New Evil, Prince of the City, NB, Vinny Green, Cuban B, Mucho Despeto, and everybody, Amber Alert, Vinny Green. Just want to thank everybody for being here. George, I will give you the final sign-off.
Nothing, brother. Just happy to be on, man. Good to talk to you. Hey, I'll contact you probably tomorrow, man, and let's see if we can get that done.
Anytime.
I'll be here. I want to talk to you about that. What do you call it? I'm gonna try to shoot down there Sunday or something to come see you guys.
Oh, let me know. We'll make it.
But I wanna talk to you about the drop shipping and all that shit too. But you get a chance. I know you're busy. I know you got your how's things going with the wife, man? How's the new baby?
We're in the 3rd trimester. She's hanging in there. And can't complain. Things are good. Can't complain. I'm just busy.
Pretty soon you're gonna be a busy boy, man.
Woo, gonna be busier. That's why I wanted to jump on a live tonight because I don't know how much more I could do these. You know
yeah, right. All right, brother. I'll talk to you tomorrow, and then we'll try to get we'll get in touch with that guy, and maybe we can get him on. And then there's another one. You ever heard of Chad Marks?
Who knows that?
He's another guy. He was on Nadeau's show, but he's he did 17 years federal prison. Became like a jailhouse lawyer, and now he helps people.
Yes. You know what? When we get together, Kin is a great show. I got to check that out. Thank you, Patzel. Thanks for the super chat. I'll check it out. So when we're talking, you know what I'll do? I'll jump on the computer, and I'm good at getting people. So if it's somebody who's able, like that, would do an interview.
Well, he was on Nadeau, man. I'm sure Nadeau. Well, not at your best friend.
Even better. Even better. Even better. All right,
he was on Nadeau's twice, but yeah. All right, man. Have a good night.
I know Jeff would help out. All right, guys. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
All right. See you, bro.
Ciao.